All right, welcome to the call. This is the Tuesday night myEcon online marketing call, and we do this call every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As you are logging in and getting adjusted and logged in, if you have questions tonight, you can always type in your questions. There's a chat button or a chat, yes, it's just a little chat circle there where you can click in and type in your message. I will stop from time to time to answer your questions and see that. And then at the end of the call, when everyone has muted out all of their phones, I will actually answer any questions that you have towards the end of the call. Tonight's call hopefully will not be that long. I'm hoping it will be probably around about 30 to 40 minutes of your time. So we are going to make this a good but short call tonight. So let's go ahead and get started on how to promote your capture pages on the myEcon online marketing system. So here's the thing that I find a lot of people have a problem with is actually promoting and marketing those capture pages that are in the back office of your myEcon online marketing system. So what we want to do is we want to drive traffic to these capture pages. We've been talking about, following up with our candidates, following up with our prospects, but now I want to go back and circle around and talk about how do we get people to see our capture page so that they can put their information in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a couple of tips tonight on some things that you can be doing to get your capture page up and running. The first step that you want to do to get your capture page up and running is to get a memorable URL or domain name. So your capture page has this long address and it's pretty ugly and no one's ever going to remember it. They're not going to type that in. And so what you want to do is you want to go get a domain name that you can shorten that URL with. There is a website called freenome.com. I've showed this probably the last 3 Tuesdays where you can go and get free domain names. And you can see the domain names that they offer for free ends in .tk, .ga, .cf, .ml, and .gq. So those are all URLs that you can get for absolutely free. I'm going to pop out of this screen and go over to Freenome just so that you can actually see what I'm talking about. So let's pop over to Freenome and take a look at how this is actually done. So we're going to go over here to Freenome. You want to create an account. So creating an account is free. So you'll want to create an account. So let me log in here with my account so that you can see what's going on here in Freenome. So it's just like any other domain registrar where you can come in and you can actually create your own domains. So I'm going to click under Services, take a look at My Domains, and what you will see is that I've got 3 domains here that I got for free. I've got incomeshifting.tk, incomeshifters.tk, as well as last week I got debtelimination.ga. And these were all free domains that were available to me. When you go here to manage the domain, you can point it to your capture page. So if I click on Manage Domain, you will see that right now, my domain, if I go here to my Manage Tools, URL forwarding, I'm going to click on URL forwarding, you will see that this is the capture page that I used for it to be forwarded to. Okay, so if you type in debtelimination.ga, you're going to go to this capture page. So let's take a look at that. Click on a new tab here and just put in debtelimination.ga, and it takes me to my capture page. All right, so that's a nice feature for you to be able to use. You want to use that as you begin to promote your capture pages. It's easier for people to remember debtelimination.ga instead of myeconleads.com/publish/1/debt elimination.php user equals TRECOR. That is too long. And so what we want to do is we want to get our domain name and make it really, really short and nice. And ladies and gentlemen, here's the other nice thing about this service here is you can register as many domain names as you want for free as long as they have those extensions. So all we have to do is just go in here and type in, let's just say your name was Charlie Brown and you wanted to see if your domain name would be available for your name. So we just check availability and we can see that charliebrown.tk is available, charliebrown.ml, charliebrown.ga.cf, and .gq. All of those domains are available and they're absolutely free. You have to renew them once a year, but they're absolutely free. So make sure you take advantage of that. That is a key thing to do with your domains. I forward everything now. Go get domains for anything and everything that you got. You got a YouTube video that you want to forward directly to that YouTube video. Come get a domain and forward it to that YouTube video. So use this service. Good evening, Ms. Dot King. Welcome to the call. Glad to have you on the call. All right, let's take a look at the next thing that we're talking about here. Tonight we're talking about how to market your capture pages. So step one is to get a memorable URL domain, and you can go to freenome.com to get some free domains if you choose to. Let's take a look at step two. Step two, you want to add your capture page to your social media profiles. That's Facebook, your Twitter, your Google+, your YouTube, your Flickr, your Pinterest, your LinkedIn. There are so many places on your social media profiles that you can place your capture pages to. So let's just take a look at some places that we can go and put our capture pages on. Let's go over to LinkedIn.com. Hopefully you have a LinkedIn profile. There are some places on LinkedIn on your profile where you can do this. So I'm going to go to my profile here on LinkedIn. And let's just take a look at what's going on here with my profile. And so let's view my profile as, let me go back here one quick second here. 1 second. View profile as, I'm just going to view it as connections here. Okay. So if somebody's connected to me on my LinkedIn profile and they want more information about me, they can go right here to where it says contact info. And if they click on contact info, it will have my contact information as well as some websites here. So see, I can have them go to some websites. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in and I'm going to edit my profile and change these websites. Because in fact, I don't even use this link here anymore. So I actually need to come in and make that change. So I'm going to go and edit my profile. And we're going to click on contact info. And right here where it says websites, I'm going to click on this little pencil mark here. And I'm going to type in debt elimination.ga. And then I will call this debt elimination. And we'll go ahead and save this, but we can do up to 3 websites here. So you can do more websites. We'll click save. We'll see that there. And then when somebody views my profile as my connection, let's just say they're connected to me, this is what they'll see when they click on contact info. They will see debt elimination right there. And if they click on that, it will actually take them to my debt elimination page. So this is why you want to make sure that you do that with all of your social media pages. Let's go over to Facebook and take a look at where we would do that on Facebook if we wanted to do that on Facebook. So on Facebook, if I go to my Facebook profile, Over here to the left-hand side, you see where we can put in a lot of different information about ourselves. I could even put it here on the intro. Let's just click on the edit here, and I'm just going to type in http://debt elimination.ga, and it won't let me do it because I've used too many keywords here. Let's see. I'm going to just take this out just for a moment. Click Save, and there is my debt elimination right there. So we can put this in our profiles as well. We want to make sure that we're putting these things in our profiles. Let me see if I can add any other websites here. Let's see if it allows me to add anything else. Let's see if I put workplace. Will that give me professional skills, college, high school? I don't think it'll let me do that there. Let's take a look at contact basic information, other phones, add your address. Here we go. We got websites here. So I can come in here and I can edit this, add another website, http debt elimination.ga. We go ahead and save that change. Now that change is on my profile somewhere. All right, so let's go and take a look at my profile, see if I can find out where that is. Go to that profile here. And it's probably under About. So if I click on About, there is my debt elimination. So there's the debt elimination right there. So what we're talking about when we say put your links on your social media profile, just go to all of your different social media profiles and add your link to your capture page on your social media profile. Now, here's the beautiful thing with that. You only got to do it one time, and it's there forever. It's there forever. So just do it once, and it's there forever. So we just did it on Facebook. We just did it on LinkedIn. There's other places we can go to YouTube and do it on YouTube. So there's a lot of different places where we have profiles that we can put links to some of our pages. So definitely do that. All right. That was putting it on your social media profile. Let's take a look at where's the next place that we can put our links. Obviously, we can put our links to our email signature. Email signature is important. You want to make sure that you have it on your email signature. Here's a screenshot of what my email signature looks like. So every time I send out an email, it has a link on it to one of my capture pages. You see it right there, debtelimination.ga. So this is another way that we can start driving traffic to your capture pages without you ever thinking about it. Because, see, these are set it and forget it. Set it and forget it. Set it up and then forget it. All right, let's take a look at step 4. Where's the next place? How about your business cards? You can put links to your capture pages on your business cards. So make sure that you put links on your business cards. Now, in this case, this is a business card of mine. I don't have a link to my capture page. However, actually, I can make that a link to my capture page. So, we want to make sure that we got links to our capture pages on our business cards. Let's take a look at another one. How about flyers? If you're producing flyers and you've got flyers that you're handing out, or you got flyers that you're posting up on Facebook, or, letting people know about an event that you got going on, you can place a link to your capture page on your flyer. Let's think about another one. How about when you create YouTube videos? When you create YouTube videos, you can take a link and place it inside of your video. I got a question that just came in. Let me answer that question. The question it says, is my picture important on email signature? let's go back to email signature just for a quick second so that I can answer that question. Go back one more. Is your picture important on an email signature? I believe that it brings attention to the signature. If I did not have my picture on the email signature, it would be a little bland. And so I like for people to know who I am. It's a great headshot. I'm smiling. It looks professional. So I would say that it is an advantage to have your picture on your email signature. Now, while we're talking about pictures, you'll notice that I have a picture on my email signature, but you also notice that I did a picture on my business card. Again, I just think that it stands out. I just think that when people get your business card and you've got a picture, they go, oh, yeah, I remember that guy. I remember him, okay? Or I remember her. And so I got this business card done on Fiverr. If you haven't heard of Fiverr.com, I got it done for $5. They created the design, and then I took the design and I went online somewhere and had the business cards made. But I got the graphics and everything done on Fiverr, Fiverr.com. So if you haven't heard of Fiverr, let's pop over to Fiverr real quick, just in case you haven't heard of Fiverr. It's spelled a little funny, so it's spelled Fiverr.com. And when you go to Fiverr, you can get business cards designed. You want to get somebody to design your business cards. There's tons of people out there that will design beautiful business cards. So there's all different types of business cards that you can get done. If you want somebody to design a flyer for you, you just go in here and do flyer. There's tons of different flyers and designs that people will do for you for flyers. If you want brochures, you need somebody to design a brochure for you. There's tons of people out here that will design brochures for you so that your brochures look really nice. The starting price is $5. They can go up from that just depending on any extras that you want. But Fiverr is like a lifesaver for me. It is definitely a great place to go to get some services. All right, I got another question that came in. It says, what is the link to John Pettiford? What's the link? Well, that is the capture page. That was my capture page. So if I go back to my capture page, debtelimination.ga, this is the capture page. This is one of your capture pages in your back office. So I had John do a video for me, and we used his video on one of the capture pages. All right? So if you have the online marketing system, you have this capture page. This capture page is available to you. If you have the elite version of the online marketing system, you can have a capture page like this. Instead of John being in the video, you can create your own video and then have yourself in the video instead of John. So that's a way of customizing your capture pages. All right. I did ask, I haven't received any, but I did ask if there were people out there that would like to give a short testimony on how myEcon has helped them. I was going to create a testimony landing page, and I have yet to get any videos from anybody. So that offer still stands. I will definitely put together a landing page. So Cheryl says that she will do it. I will be looking for your video soon, Cheryl. I'll be looking for your video soon. All right. So let's get back. Those are my business cards. We talked about flyers. Flyers work really well. Let's talk about YouTube videos, creating YouTube videos. Now, I'm going to go over here to YouTube, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So when I go to YouTube, this is a little bit more advanced, but this is important. So when I go to YouTube, I'm going to go to my YouTube channel here. And what I'm talking about with your videos is, let's just say we take a look at this video right here. What I'm talking about is right here, you should have your links. See, I really should replace this link right here in my description. You see how I've got it going to my myEcon.net website, but I could just replace that video and just put incomeshifters.tk, and it would just go straight to that video. So you'll want to use your links inside of your videos as well as on the videos itself. So, you know, if you get to the back of this video, I've got some stuff back here. I actually did something a little bit different with this video. I've got my phone number listed here, which is something that you can actually do. Put your phone number there. But you could also have a link or type in your address in the video itself. Okay? So those are all options and things that you can actually do with LinkedIn. With YouTube. You put your link inside of the YouTube video. All right. Somebody says that the YouTube page is not showing. Okay. Not sure why it's not showing. Okay. What is showing? Can you guys see the YouTube video? Type in yes or no. Okay. All right. Some people see it. All right. Great. All right. Okay. Now, all right. Viewer number 7, you said that you still see Fiverr. Viewer number 7, your internet connection may have frozen just for a moment. If you'll hit refresh, you'll probably be able to see it. Because it sounds like you're stuck on the last slide. So it might be your internet connection. Because everybody else can see the video. All right. So that's YouTube. And then the last place I'm going to talk about is I'm going to talk about a website called SlideShare. Now, here's what's so important with, these resources. These resources are places where people go. And if you create content and you provide links back to your capture page, it can be extremely, extremely valuable. So, SlideShare is a place where you create slides and you share your PowerPoint slides. Okay? So let's go take a look at SlideShare so that you understand what it is. So we'll go over here to slideshare.net. And what you'll see is that people share their presentations. They share documents here. They share a lot of stuff. And this site is owned by LinkedIn. So LinkedIn owns this. And so a lot of different slides are presented here on SlideShare, right? Just a ton of different slides. So let's just say if I put in, I wanted to search on home-based business. And let's just see what kind of slides actually come up. All right. So I searched on home-based business. There's all different types of slides that's coming up. Here's somebody that says 45 best home-based business ideas. Okay. A lot of good stuff that might come up in here. Okay. There's tons of different things that might come up. All right. How to start a home-based business the right way. So you would create this particular slide. You see that this slide has gotten 5 likes on it. So people actually go here and look at these slides. So if I click on this, basically, I can go through the slides. Why network marketing? Somebody is just giving a presentation here around network marketing and, some great information. Just some great information. I've seen this type of information before. But here's what I'm going to be looking for. And I'm going to see if they did it. I'm going to go to the end of their presentation to see if they listed. And first of all, I'm going to say this. This is way too many slides. 37 slides is way too many. Okay? But now you see what they did. They actually have a link inside of the slide presentation. And you can actually click on that link, and it's going to take you to their page. So that's the key. The key is is that this is another place you can create a short slide presentation and then upload it and then get people clicking through. So how to get out of debt. I might do a slide presentation on how to get out of debt. 5 quick ways of learning how to get out of debt. I might give you 5 different things. That's 5 different slides. And then on the 6th slide, to learn more, click this click this link. Or to learn, I might do something like this. Let me give you an idea of what I would do, because I'm sitting here and I'm brainstorming and I'm thinking off the top of my head. All right, so let me show you what I would do. I'm going to do a slide presentation on how to get out of debt. All right, so here's what I would do. I would go to Google, and I would type in ways to get out of debt. All right. So here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that will, so here we go. Here's 11 ways to get out of debt faster. All right. Or there's 7 tips to get out of debt. All I want to do is I'm going to click on that, and it's going to give me the 11 ways to get out of debt. Right. Pay more than the minimum payment. That's one slide presentation. That's one slide. Try the debt snowball method. That might be another slide. Okay. Pick up a side hustle. I would go through this, and I might not like all of these. Sell everything that you don't need. So I might put together 5 quick ways of getting out of debt. And then at the end of that presentation, I would say the last slide, I would say, to learn how Uncle Sam will pay you to get out of debt, click here, right? So I just gave 5 ways to get out of debt, or I would say something like this. My slide presentation would be 5 sneaky ways to get out of debt. Something like that makes people want to click through. And then on the last presentation, on the last slide, I would say, to learn how Uncle Sam can pay your debt off for you, click here. And then that would take them to my capture page with Mr. John Pettiford, where he's talking about getting out of debt and debt elimination. Okay? So hopefully you guys kind of get that. That's sort of a marketing technique that I would use. But that would drive more people to your capture page. You see, the deal is we're trying to get people to our capture page. And we use sites like this to get people to our capture page. So we'll go back to slideshare.net. And there's hundreds of thousands of people that come to this website. You can see that I've got my own account here. I've got an account, and you can just upload short presentations. They don't have to be long. Like, we got a capture page on how to hire your children. I might put a slide presentation together. It might be a 3-slide presentation that says something like how to get Uncle Sam to pay for your son's football uniform. Right? It would be something crazy like that. You got to think of something that makes people go, what? Like, how to get Uncle Sam to pay for your child's football uniform. I would just do some crazy stuff like that to get people to want to click through. And when they click through, they're going to go to my capture page on how to hire your children. So this is a great way of you starting to drive traffic to your capture pages. All right? Let's see if there's any questions that are coming in. Al P says, do it please. Do it please. All right. So that's what I would do. I'd create a slide presentation and then upload my slide presentation. And I would have slide presentations on all kinds of things. How Uncle Sam paid for my Mercedes. I mean, crazy stuff. I have a picture of a Mercedes, and whatever you drive. I might have a picture of myself standing next to my car, and the slide presentation would say how Uncle Sam is paying for my Mercedes, or how he's paying for my Honda, or all kind of stuff. You can be creative But the whole point is to get people to click on the link to your capture page. All right? All right. So let's go back to our presentation here, and let's talk about the next thing that I want to share with you. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is I want to talk about tracking, because once you start setting up these different places where people are going to be coming from, you want to track and see where your results are coming from, right? So if you get 100 new leads and you don't know where those leads came from, you don't know what to work on. You don't know what's working and what's not working. Like June might tell you to do slide share, but you might say, well, June, my results are coming from YouTube. So then what I would do is I would tell you, well, if you're getting results from YouTube, then do more of YouTube. So that's why tracking is so important, because it tells you where to focus your efforts, okay? Because sometimes stuff that you try online may not work. So why keep doing it if it's not working, all right? So we're going to go back into our online marketing system here, and I'm going to show you how we set up our tracking. So we're going to go here to the myEcon leads site. We're going to log in. And know that you can log in from your back office. You don't have to log in directly the way that I am. I'm going to log in as Mr. Gates, like I always do. And we're going to go through some tracking on how to set up our tracking. All right, so I'm logged in as Mr. Gates. All right, so what I'm going to do here is we're going to start talking about how to set up our tracking and take a look at our statistics. So on the left-hand side here, you're going to see page statistics. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on page statistics so you can see some of the things that you can actually track. So the overview for Tuesday basically shows the total number of views that you had on the capture page. So this shows your total number of views, and it will also show you the unique views. And if there were any opt-ins, there would be a yellow bar here that showed opt-ins. So let me explain the three. Total views. That means how many times did your page get seen? And so in this example, the page was seen 4 times. Total views was 4 times. But the unique views was 1 time. So what that means is that this one person went to this page 4 times. That's what that means, okay? So you got the total views, and then you have the unique views. The unique views track that one person went to the page 4 times. And then if there was an opt-in, if that person had opted in, then it would say 1 here, okay? So that's one thing that we've used to look at how we track. Also, we look at our leads that come in. Otis Anderson, he viewed a page. This was the time that he viewed the page. This was the date that he viewed that particular page, okay? So see, I viewed that page again at 5:34. Then I viewed it at 9:15 earlier today, or later tonight while we were on the call. So when I went to that John Pettiford page, that was the debt page, okay? And you can see that that was the debt page that I visited. So it also shows my total number of contacts. I'm allowed unlimited contacts. I've only sent 1 email this month, and I'm allowed unlimited emails to send out, okay? So this is an overview. You can look at this by the week, by the day, by the month, or you can look at it over a 6-month period. So if I click on 6 months, you'll see I'll get a different view. So you'll see I got some people that's opting, that's looking, and I did get some opt-ins. So you'll see that I'm getting opt-ins. So there's a lot of different things that's going on there, okay? Now let's take a look at the scoreboard. If I click on scoreboard, scoreboard is going to show us a different view. It's going to show us this guy named Otis Anderson. Man, he's hitting this page hard. I mean, he's hitting it hard. And so Otis Anderson gets points every time he hits this page. Then there's June Collier. June hit it a couple of times. There's another guy named Otis with 2 T's instead of 1 T. So, we can see what's going on. There's Ann. Ann was hitting it. There's a guy by the name of Ivy. Ivy was hitting the page pretty heavily. So what this does is this really starts to track what's going on in your system. All right? So we got scoreboard, tracking. This is the most important one. So right now, I don't have any tracking that's set up. This says no tracking. So all of these people that came in, I have no idea where they came from. And that's not good. I have no idea where they came from. So what you can do here is you can do what we call add page tracking. So let's just say I'm going to put the link on SlideShare, right? I'm gonna put one of my links on SlideShare. So I'm gonna click on add page tracking, and I'm gonna set up tracking. All right, so we're gonna set this up, set it up, and I'm gonna title it. And this is what I'm gonna title it: SlideShare Debt Elimination. That way I know what capture page it was and what online property I'm going to put this on. So I titled it SlideShare Debt Elimination. Or I could do it this way. Let me do it this way. Debt Elimination SlideShare. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Debt Elimination SlideShare. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up tracking. Click on Set Up Tracking. So now we got Debt Elimination SlideShare. That's the campaign. Now I need to tie this. To one of my capture pages. Well, I'm going to tie this to the Debt Elimination page. So it says Add to a page. So I'm going to add this to one of my pages. Now I got to click on the tab here, Publish Pages. So now I'm going to find my debt elimination page. Here it is right here. Right here. And then you're going to see the box that says Assign to Tracking. So I'm going to click on Assign to Tracking. All right. Now that I've assigned it to tracking, I get a special URL. This is the URL right here that I get, this special. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I copy that entire URL. I'm going to copy it. And let me just show you what it looks like so you can see the full thing. This is the URL that I just copied. Straighten this out a little bit here. So what you can see is that it's the normal capture page, but then right behind user equals, it says and campaign equals debt elimination SlideShare, right? So what I would do is I would take this entire URL, I would go back over to freenome.com. I would go back over here to freenome.com, and I would create me a little capture page, a domain name, right? So I'm going to log in here real quick. And let me go to services. I'm going to look at my domains. I'm going to edit this one, this debt elimination. I'm going to go in here and manage this domain. We go here to manage tools, URL forwarding. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this link that I just got here. Okay, let's see here. There we go. So there's the link, and there's the tracking for debt elimination for SlideShare. I'll set that as my URL. And now, when I go back to my page here, my debt elimination.ga, I'm going to use that link in my SlideShare account. Okay, so when I create the slide and I go back to SlideShare, let me go to SlideShare again. When I create my slide on SlideShare, I'm going to use the debt elimination URL in my slide, and when somebody clicks on it, the online marketing system is going to track and know that the person who clicked on that came from SlideShare. Okay? So I would only use that link for the SlideShare. Okay? So if I wanted to use something on Facebook, I would have to go and create a different domain name. And that's why I took you here to freenome.com because you could have maybe 5 places that you're tracking. You might be tracking YouTube, you might be tracking SlideShare, you might be tracking Facebook, you might be tracking Twitter. So you would need 5 different domains. And if you had to pay for the domains, that would get pretty expensive. So you want to come here and set up all of your domains for all of your tracking. And then once you start putting your information out there, you'll come back here and you'll be able to view the stats. Like if I click on view stats, it's going to say nothing right now, but that's because I haven't went to that domain. But it'll start tracking how many clicks and how many opt-ins and how many people have gone to that domain name. All right, and I don't think it's in real time because if I go debtelimination.ga, all right, that's one time. And if I go back to my tracker here and just refresh, see, it said it came from SlideShare. Because now every time I do debtelimination.ga, it's going to track that domain name has the SlideShare link in it. All right. So hopefully you guys understand what I just said. I hope I didn't lose anybody. If I did, make sure you pop in a question. All right, so somebody just said, should our capture page be linked to video? Not quite sure I understand your question. Viewer 36, type in your question a different way so that I understand what you're asking. All right? All right, so while Viewer 36 is doing that, let's see what else I want to cover here. So we got tracking. Tracking is very important. Page views, that shows us the number of times that page was viewed. Emails, it shows the emails that were sent. And then there's something called videos. We don't track the videos, so that feature is not something that is operational. Okay, so hopefully you understand how to add page tracking. You want to do that because you want to track where you're getting your best results from. So if you're posting on Facebook, you want to create a tracker for Facebook. Then you want to go get you a domain name. You want to set that up and then use that on Facebook and just use that on Facebook. That way you'll be able to track if you're getting clicks and people are looking at your pages, and you'll be able to track where the effectiveness is coming. Okay? All right. Last thing I got here. Let's take a look at our leads. So if I click on leads, this is where all of our leads are in the system. These are all the leads that have come in. And you'll see different scores. Like you'll see Ivy has a 10. You'll see Otis has an 11. And that's just because they've been hitting the page and they've been doing a lot of stuff on that page. Okay? So the more interaction that they have, the higher the score goes. So let's take a look at this Otis right here. We take a look at actions here. If I click on View Edit, it's going to show me what capture page he's gone to. So this was the tax refund page. It'll show me some information about that person. And if I want to add something, let's just say I'm going to add the person's hometown. I can go in here and type in hometown and the value, Edgefield, South Carolina. And I add that new field. And so now the next time I go back and look at Otis's profile, go back here to view, I can see that his hometown is Edgefield. So if you're contacting these people, you can take notes on them using this tool and using this system. All right? So you can take notes on them. All right. So Viewer 2 says this. Let's see what Viewer 2 says. Viewer 2 says, when I go to the different tracking pages, nothing shows up. the page statistics may show 35 views, but if I put it on Facebook to track, nothing shows up. All right, viewer number 2, type in your name. What's your name so I can pull up your online marketing system so we can see exactly what we got in. Sandra. Is that Miss Sandra Hinkerson? Miss Sandra H.H.? All right. So we're going to go to Miss Sandra's page. So let me go back here. I'm going to log out, log back in. We're going to go see what Miss Sandra got going on her page. So I think I did that right. All right. No, I didn't. That's why I call her Miss Sandra H.H. So we'll do it by first name. All right. There we go. Let's log in. All right. So here's Miss Sandra. So we go to page statistics for Miss Sandra. So first of all, on page statistics, this shows us that she has one total view and one unique view. Okay, that was on Monday and on Tuesday. All right. So now Miss Sandra said if I go to tracking, it shows nothing. Okay. All right. Now let's determine why it's showing you nothing for tracking. Let's go over here and see if you've added any tracking. All right. So you did add some tracking here. So you got some tracking that you added here. All right. Let's take a look and see what your tracking has here. Okay. Take a look here. All right. All right. That looks good. So you got some tracking for your Facebook pages. Okay. I like it. All right. So that should be that she did that right. You did that right. So the question that I have for you is, are you using these links to post on Facebook? Are you using these particular links to post on Facebook? Okay. So that's the question that I have for you, Miss Sandra, if you'll answer that question. Okay, so you're saying yes. Let's go back and take a look at your page statistics. This is this week. Let's look over the last 6 months. See what we got going on. Okay, so you had 116 views in January. 116 views in January. All right, 188 unique views. All right, so you're getting traffic. You're getting traffic, but I don't understand why we're not seeing where the traffic is actually coming from. Let's take a look at tracking again. Oh, here we go. I don't know what here's what the problem was. Thank you, Lord. All right, so when we look on the time, so we had it set for, I guess, for a day, and so it showed nothing for today. Now, even though you did get a click, that click did not come through anything that you set up. But if we change it to a week, we don't see any tracking for the week either. Okay. But if we change it to, let's just say, for the month, now when I set it up for the month, I see that you got Facebook. You got 8 hits from Facebook. 6, you did Internet Marketing Opportunities Facebook. You got 6 unique views from there. So it is tracking. We just didn't get the right timeline. So what you got to do is for that time, in the last 6 months, this is what it's done. In the last month, this is your tracking. Okay, so you can see where your tracking is coming from. But if we go to the last week, you got some traffic, but it didn't come from any of your tracking. It came just, I don't know where it came from. It didn't come from your tracking though. Okay, all right. There we go. Yes. Last week's numbers. Yeah. Yeah. So so for whatever reason, and I don't know when the week starts. That would be a good question. I don't know if the week starts because this is Tuesday, so the week could start from Monday to till Sunday, right? And then last week would have been within the month. So if I go back to the month, that might have been last week, okay? Because if we're tracking by the week could have started on Monday. Now I don't know when the week starts, so that's something good for me to find out. All right. Okay. So Cheryl says, why does she still have 29 as no tracking? All right. So we got no tracking. This is for this week. If I go to 6 months and we go to 6 months, she got 30 for no tracking. Okay. So the reason why is that there are some people that came to her capture page that didn't have, that she wasn't tracking, right? So it could have been when she first started with the online marketing system, she just started marketing her capture pages and didn't even set up tracking. So if somebody comes to your capture page using a link that is not under the tracking that you set up, it's going to show as no tracking. And the numbers for no tracking is going to change based on your time frame. So in 6 months, she had 30 no tracking. But if I go down to the month, it's going to show 29 no tracking. Okay? So you gotta also look at your timeline. When are you measuring it by? What time frame are you measuring the tracking by? Good question. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to lose my voice. I don't know what's going on. I'm about to lose my voice. So hopefully, thank you, Sandra, for actually sharing this with us, because this was a learning lesson, and we picked up on some things. When you're tracking, you'll also have to look at your time here, because it may show 0, and you're wondering why, and it may be because you've got it set for the day and not for the week or for the month. Okay, so good stuff. Good stuff. All right. All right. Great. 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 Now, here's the thing that that we need to start looking at. So Sandra has some track. She's got some traffic that's coming through. Now, here's the problem though. We got 0 opt-ins, right? And so that doesn't necessarily have to do anything with Sandra. It has to do maybe with the capture page, maybe with what you're saying to get people to the capture page, or maybe you're not saying anything, right? So that's why we go back and we create the videos, or we create the PowerPoint presentation, and we say, something to the effect of how Uncle Sam is paying for my Honda, or how Uncle Sam paid for my child's uniform. That is something that makes me go, okay, let me figure out what they're talking about. But if I just send them to the capture page and I don't have any special sauce that makes them want to fill that out, then they might not. So that's the other thing that I would start trying now is, if I'm going to do a slide share, what if I do some, I won't say crazy marketing, but some crazy marketing. Uncle Sam is paying for my child's education. How to get, the IRS to give you back your money every month. Just different things like that to see if it creates people interest to actually leave their email and name. Can you track more than 6 months? The system right now is only limited to the last 6 months. So the answer is no. It's only limited to the last 6 months. All right. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, it is 8 minutes till 10. We got 8 minutes for any Q&A that you might have. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the line for Q&A. And let's do this here real quick. I'm not going to open up the line. I'm just going to hit. All right, if you have a question that you'd like to ask, you can hit *6 on your phone, *6 on your phone, and we'll hear your question. If you like to type in your question, you can continue to type in your question. So *6 to ask a question if you have a question. All right, no questions. So this training will be up in your back office. I'll just show you where you can find it. We'll go to Webinar Training, Step 2. Right above the video, click here for Access. You'll see that there is the recorded webinar access. Click here. If you click there, all of your recorded webinars will be under, tonight's webinar will be under January 2017. And so you'll see the previous webinars that we've done. That's where you can find the replays for tonight's webinar. So tonight's webinar will go up sometime tomorrow in your back office. So I don't have any other questions coming in, no *6s. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being on the call tonight, especially since New Edition was having they got a movie about New Edition that came on tonight at 9. So I want to thank all of you for being on the call and really paying attention to what we're doing here tonight. I'm sure they will replay that because I wanted to see that. You know, I grew up in the New Edition days too, so I want to see that. So I know they're going to replay that. But again, thank you for being on the call. We do these calls every Tuesday night from 9 p.m. to about 10 p.m. So it has been a plum pleasure to be with you tonight. And as always, you can always go to our Facebook page and post your questions there on the Online Marketing System on Facebook. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk with you soon. Good night. God bless.
You too. Good night.
Good night.